Hello everyone, my name is Justin Balboa and welcome to today's lesson. If you're preparing for the Duolingo English Test or DET, you're in the right place. Today I'll show you how we can use Lume test for effective Duolingo English test practice. One of the best ways to prepare is by practicing with realistic questions, and that's exactly what Loom Test offers. The platform provides practice materials that closely resemble the actual Duolingo English test, helping you build confidence and improve your skills before test day. Today we'll focus on the reading section. Before we start practicing, I'll explain each question type, how it works, and some useful tips to help you maximize your score. The reading question types we'll cover today are read and select, fill in the blanks, read and complete, and lastly, interactive reading. Once we've gone through each one, we'll practice answering real questions together. Let's get started. In the read and select task, you will see a single word on the screen. You will only have 5 seconds to decide whether the word is a real English word or not. So some words will be genuine English vocabulary while others are invented words designed to look very similar to real English words. Your job is to identify which words actually exist in English. This task primarily tests your vocabulary knowledge and your familiarity with English spelling patterns. Let's get started. Fantastic. It's an English word. Next. Near. Yes. Each. Yes. Yesterday. Mr. Anyone. Dollar. Example is this word. It looks like an English word, but it's not. It's like for example, look at this word. Guided. At the first glance, it may look like a real word because it resembles words such as guide or guided. However, guided is not an English word. The actual word is guided. So the test often uses fake words that closely resemble real vocabulary. So paying attention to spelling is extremely important. No. Sound. Cool. Gelator. Bring. Chits. No. Play and no. So next one, let's proceed with fill in the blanks. In this task, you will have 20 seconds to read a sentence containing one incomplete word. Several letters will be missing from that word, and your job is to fill in the missing letters to create the correct word. Unlike read and select, this question requires you to use both vocabulary knowledge and context clues from the sentence. And you'll need to understand the meaning of the sentence to determine which word makes sense. So let's start. Please find a chair and sit down. The meeting is about to start. Okay, that's correct. Sit down. Next question is my bicycle has a flat tire and fixing it has been a real problem. Problem for me. Okay, that's correct. Next one. In order to access the advanced features of this program, you must first learn how to use it properly. Correct. Next one. The cat blanked the couch when it heard a loud noise. So the cat hid under the couch. Okay. Next one. When he accidentally stepped on our foot, he quickly exclaimed, blank, I didn't see you there. Sorry, I didn't see you there. That's it. Next question type is read and complete. In this task, you'll be given a short passage with several incomplete words. You will have 3 minutes to complete all the missing words by filling in the missing letters. This task tests multiple skills at once, including reading comprehension, vocabulary, spelling, and grammar. Unlike fill in the blanks, where you're working with a single sentence, here you'll need to understand the overall meaning of the entire passage. The surrounding sentences often provide important clues about what the missing words should be. As you read, try to understand the topic and flow of the passage rather than focusing on individual words only. Okay, let's start with this one. Sunlit cat and birds. The fluffy white cat basked in the warm sunlight streaming through the window. Its eyes were closed. Its purr a blank rumble. Blank birds chirped merrily. Blank a blank symphony. So I think this is gentle. Ramble outside. Ramble. Outside, birds chirped merrily, creating a peaceful, oops, peaceful morning symphony. Let's try another question. Wildflowers, memories and scenery. Sarah carefully arranged the colorful white flowers in the vase. Each blossom held a blank of her blank hiked blank meadows, a day filled with blank and breathtaking blank. So each blossom held a memory of her afternoon hike in the meadows. A day filled with maybe a fresh air and breathtaking scenery. Perfect. Next question. Potluck dinner, laughter and dishes. Laughter bubbled up from the kitchen as friends gathered for a potluck dinner. The table groaned blank, the weight of delicious blank, each one a testament of someone's culinary blank. The atmosphere buzzed blank, conversation blank, camaraderie. Laughter bubbled up from the kitchen as friends gathered for a potluck dinner. The table groaned under the weight of the delicious dishes, each one of testament to someone's culinary skills. The atmosphere buzzed with conversation and and warm camaraderie. Okay. And the final reading task is interactive reading. So in this section, you will read a passage and then answer a series of questions related to it. You will have 8 minutes to complete 6 questions. And the questions may ask you to complete missing sentences, select the best response, identify the main idea, understand specific details, make logical inferences, organize information correctly. So this section closely resembles real academic reading because it tests how well you understand and interact with written English. So you'll need to pay attention to both the overall meaning and specific details within the passage. Let's start. A radio station's broadcast live on radio. The person blank runs the station has to work at the station every day, but they are not necessarily required to broadcast every blank. Sophia blank to work at a radio blank in Miami, but she was often absent on Mondays because she blank taking classes blank at college nearby. The station mostly used students from the university to broadcast on Mondays. So the person who runs the stations, but they are not necessarily required to broadcast every day. Sophia used to work at a radio station in Miami, but she was often absent on Mondays because she was taking classes at a college nearby. Okay. And they also provide explanation on each answers. Next, the radio station. Okay. So letter D. Okay, we're correct. The explanation here. So the explanation for our letter D answer is this answer is correct because it logically follows the previous sentence about broadcasting on Mondays and adds specific information about who else did the announcing, maintaining clear cohesion with the passage. Okay, so what did Sophia do on Monday? Here, but she was often absent on Mondays because she was taking classes. College nearby. Okay, very correct. Next is what did Sophia have to do at the radio station when she wasn't able to broadcast? I think this is the one. When Sophia wasn't able to broadcast, she still had to be at the station and write shows for the announcers who would be there. Okay, okay, it's correct. A radio station broadcast. Okay, let's select the idea that is expressed in the passage. Mm, letter C. Letter C is the correct answer because the passage states that the person who runs the station has to work at a station every day, but they are not necessarily required to broadcast every day, directly expressing this idea. Okay, I think this is the last. No. Select the best title for the passage. So we have Sophia's radio job, the job interview, the wireless world, and the studio recording session. I think the best title for this passage is Sophia's radio job. Okay, let's check our answers. Oh, we only did 100 to 160. But all of our answers are correct. So we did a great job. And that's it for today's lesson. I hope you learned something valuable from our Duolingo English Test Reading practice session. We covered the different reading question types, discussed useful strategies, and practice how to approach each task with confidence. Remember, improving your English skills takes consistent practice. The more you expose yourself to these question types, the more comfortable and accurate you'll become on test day. If you're preparing for the Duolingo English test, I highly recommend using Lume Test for your practice. It's a great platform that allows you to familiarize yourself with exam format, strengthen your reading skills, and identify areas where you need improvement. Keep practicing regularly, stay consistent, and don't get discouraged by mistakes. Every practice session brings you one step closer to your target score. And thank you so much for learning with me today. My name is Justin Balboa, and I wish you the very best on your Duolingo English test journey. Don't forget to keep practicing on Loom Test. And I'll see you in the next lesson. Good luck and happy studying.